Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jeff Hersey. I'm here to tell a story about 1991. I was stopped by the Palo Alto police on my way home. They allegedly that I did a burglary. They took me to a house within 2 blocks of where they detained me at. The prosecutor, Timothy Pitsker, took pictures of that house, brought those pictures into my trial, put the homeowner, responding officer on the stand to testify to these pictures, introducing false evidence. My attorney, Stephen DeFilippis, had the information where he could have took me out to the address, verified the information introduced by the prosecutors was false. What he chose to do, he asked me to stipulate to the intent of burglary to keep my criminal history from going in front of the jury so that I might be found guilty. I trusted him after several months sitting in the jail, begging him to not give me that defense. So after I took the deal brought to me by Mr. DeFilippis, I went to Pier Prison. The appeals court told me that they could not reverse the case because of the stipulation. My attorney, Stephen DeFilippis, has just passed the test to be a criminal specialist. There was no evidence. They was looking for a person driving. They don't know the ethnicity of the person. All the cars they stop is black people's. They're looking for a person with white Nike tennis shoes on that left a water impression outside the scene of a burglary. I had on black suede dress shoes. DNA evidence proved that the soil on my shoes did not come from that property, but Stephen DeFilippis chose to allow that information to go unexplored to the jury, and I was found guilty. I received a sentence of 29 years in state prison. If you look at the statutory facts of entry into a house without intent, that would be trespassing, where I should have got no more than 24 hours if I had been found guilty. Thanks to Stephen DeFilippis saying he was going to give me the trial that I deserved, I got 29 years. I was sentenced to Pelican Bay State Penitentiary. Thanks to Stephen DeFilippis, Timothy Pitsker, Officer Bruce Hollenbeck, and Mike Riley of Palo Alto Police Department. And now I'm working with D-Bug to bring my case back to the Santa Clara County for my justice. Thank you.
Thank you. First of all, I want to say I'm really proud to be representing you guys. They're very great. My son, I have a 20-year-old son who was allegedly accused of having dope on him and was running from the police. After he surrendered, he actually stopped and he laid down on his stomach and he put his hands behind his back, and the police tased him in the head and the back. So the bug has been there for me and supported me and given me strength. Thank you.
I have a son that has ADAH, and he's in jail right now, and he has a gang of charges on him right now. He was at the wrong place at the wrong time, and because of the person that he was in a car with, not only am I fighting for my son, I'm fighting for that person too. But not only am I fighting for that person, D-Bug is fighting for that person too. D-Bug has not missed a court date for me. I am fighting cancer, and when I can't make it, D-Bug steps up for me. Yeah. Also, what D-Bug has did was took my son charges, because there's not a victim. He has 2 attempted murder, gang enhancement. My son ain't in gang. I buy their clothes. So call me a thug, call me a gang member. You know, when they tell my community that I live in, I ask my community, did you ever see all those boys with a gang? You wear the same clothes. I said, did you ever see all those boys sitting on my porch with the same colors on? No. Well, they're not a gang. So that's what I have to fight. And for me to fight, I don't know everything. I don't know the criminal justice. But D-Bug has been my voice. D-Bug has helped me. So, you know, I've been praying every day in my prayers. God, bring justice.
Yeah, my name is Benny Love, and I was tasered by the police over a year ago, and I had a business, a recycling business, not cans and bottles. I did heavy metal. I had a lot of clients around here in San Jose, and the police stopped me. My truck was registered, my driving license was good, my insurance was good, and when he pulled me over, she told me to get out the car, and when I got in the truck, I went towards her with my hands up, and she told me to get on the curb, and they tased me. One of the prongs landed in the stomach, and one of them landed in my neck. So after going through the initial shock and all that. They put me in jail. They had me charged with about 5 major charges, and they found out all the charges that they had no proof or anything, and I didn't do anything. So after staying in jail for 53 days, they dismissed all the charges, every one of them that I had.
Hi everyone, I'll be brief. I want to just say that, you know, it's a very egregious matter when you cannot trust your court system and your police department. I am speaking of when a person is accosted, came up on the scene by a police officer and refused their Miranda rights, arrested because the person has invoked their Miranda rights. And when the judges and the lawyers come into court and tell you that you have no rights, where a person has not even presented their side of the case, but yet they're found guilty anyway, just for being silent or just for being a little ill or whatever. If this is the way that the court system is shaped up here in this county, if this is the way that the police system is shaped up here in this county, then D-Bug, we are right where we need to be.
Kind of a little nervous, so just want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank D-Bug for being there for me this last couple months. I have my husband sitting behind the jail cell for the last 6 months now, being charged of gang enhancement with the bail so high, impossible to reach. And I just wish everybody could just come together and make justice happen for everybody who's behind jail with, you know, no evidence of anything and just being wrongly accused. I'm sick of it. I just want to see change happen. I'm not going to stand and let him go to prison for something he has not done. And I hope everybody comes forward and sticks together in this fight that's coming ahead of us. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Lorraine. Let's see, about a year ago, I went to D-Bug not knowing where I was going. I walked in, I was like seeing a group of people and I'm like, okay, what am they gonna do for me? I'm confused, I'm lost. Because my husband has been arrested. He had 30 days to be discharged from parole for doing 14 years at Pelican Bay. Now he's being judged because of his past. Give me evidence, give me proof. Why is he in there for? To hold him? To hold him for what? They barged into my home, they didn't find anything that they were accusing him of, but they kept him. Of course, he had no rights because he was still a parolee for 30 days. A year later, he's already been discharged. He got his discharge paper while in custody. He's still in there and we're waiting and waiting to see what happens. The hard part is waiting because you don't know what's going to happen. But with D-Bug, I've been there, they've been there for me, they've been supportive, showing up with court, and that makes a big difference because our family has to work. Not everybody can be at court to be there with your loved ones. We need to pay bills, we need to pay our taxes, we need to educate our children. My son always wanted to be a police officer ever since he was a little kid. You would think we would want to discourage him not to, but we're proud of him that wanting to. And he sees, Mom, I want to be a police officer because I want to see peace. I want to help the community. And isn't that what we're supposed to do? Yeah. To gather together and help each other, one another, not to judge one another because of where they came from, their race. We're here to work for justice. We're not here to judge and point fingers at each other. We're here as to make peace and try to have a better community.